In addition to simply sustaining life on Earth, biodiversity underpins our global economy, with over half of our global GDP being reliant on nature. Now, biodiversity essentially refers to the variety of all forms of lives on Earth, with its natural capital providing critical ecosystem services, ranging from the supply of food, water, energy, all the way to climate regulations or pollination. Now, those ecosystems services are estimated to be worth as much as 1.5 times the size of our global GDP. And yet, our economic expansion over the years has come at a cost to nature. And since natural ecosystems also act as natural carbon sinks, the malfunctions also threaten our path towards carbon neutrality. In short, integrating nature into our investment decision-making has never been more critical, especially in the middle of this biodiversity crisis. A crisis that is ranked according to the World Economic Forum as one of the most severe global risks to our global economy and society over the next decade. The decline in biodiversity also creates opportunities for companies and investors. Now, achieving a net zero biodiversity loss by 2030 requires to mobilize and redirect capital flows away from detrimental activities towards nature-positive outcomes. And unlike climate, biodiversity needs funding. It is estimated that to bridge the biodiversity funding gap, it requires to mobilize on average $700 billion of US dollars every single year by 2030. And in that context, the financial sector and private investors have a key role to play in driving capital flows towards solutions that help reduce the pressures on biodiversity, as defined by the IPBES. And by doing so, it is also estimated that corporates can unlock as much as 10 trillion of US dollars by 2030 in many industries in terms of new business opportunities. In short, we're expecting a massive amount of capital to be put to work in the years to come, with growth opportunities for investors. As nature underpins one way or another all our economic activities, failure to reverse biodiversity loss will result in not only physical and transition risk that are financially material to businesses, but also systemic risk that are affecting the broader financial system. As such, as long-term investors, it is critical to embed biodiversity in our investment decisions and portfolio construction. Now, investing in biodiversity also means opening up a broad set of investment opportunities across different themes and different economic drivers. For instance, sustainable agriculture, digital water management, circular economy, and all the way to renewable energy. Last but not least, we strongly believe that investing in high-quality companies that are embedding biodiversity as a source of long-term advantage is key to reduce the key pressures on biodiversity, to increase portfolio resiliency, and to create long-term and sustainable value to investors.